Hello friends and welcome you all to the channel. Hope you all doing great. In this video we are gonna discuss about the top 10 strongest junglers in current meta in Honor of Kings. Yes, many have asking me for this video for a long time and here it is. So don't skip the video, I'll be sharing some new tricks, build and Arcana too friends. I have already made a video on the best heroes for solo rank push and a series of tips for junglers. If you haven't watched it, do check it out. So now let's get right into the video. Starting off with the list, we have Ying, the Spear Princess. Yep, Ying is one of the best heroes with a lot of mechanics. If you are trying her as a new, you won't get her quickly, but with a little practice, she will be easy peasy for you guys. Her passive plays a vital role in enhancing her normal attacks, which controls her damage output. Also, she has two crowd control skills which will come in handy when you are up against multiple enemies. Ying can be built either tanky or with high burst damage. When you build high burst damage, you can simply use your skills S1 and S2 simultaneously at specific intervals and can spam her enhanced tier 3 auto attacks, which will deal a lot of damage even if the enemies are so far away. But if you build her tanky, you can spam her auto attacks like that, but it will do less damage, which won't be worth it. But this build is very good against burst damage heroes so that you can't be one-shotted. She is one of my favorite junglers, by the way. At the next spot we have Wukong, who is one of the strongest one-shot heroes in the game. If any squishies got caught, the chances of escaping is very low even if all the teammates are nearby. If you are so good with Wukong in farming and assassinating the enemy carries, then you can easily solo carry a match. But you can't take a 1v5 fight with him, and also you have to wait for the perfect time to engage. Worst timings will result in bad outcome. He also has abilities which are too good. For example, his skill 1 will cancel one ability and gives him shield. His skill 2 allows him to travel a long distance, easy to catch up with most enemies. The only thing is his damage is based on critical chance, so if none of your normal attacks crits, then you are doomed. Also, he is a mid to late game hero because of his need for his equipments for critical chance and damage. The best jungler sitting in the next spot is the Prince of Landling, who is best known for his sneaky invading and assassination. With his stealth ability, it is easy for him to reach the enemy jungle and steal the jungle. Also, can reach near the enemy squishies even when you are in a team fight. No one can see him coming, guys. He is one of the most banned heroes in ranked. After the recent balancing, he became a mid to late game hero, but still OP. His ability damage is reduced a bit in the early game but increased in the late game. It is so easy for Prince of Landling to get to the backline and eliminate the carry, but you have to be careful. If you miss any one of his abilities, then it's over for you, because a one-shot kill requires perfect landing of all three abilities and his normal attack. His skill 1 and ultimate are high area damage abilities, and his skill 2 with a little bit of stun and lifesteal. Sometimes when the mark appears on the enemy head, they will try to use their common skills and sometimes will waste it, so it will be good for you when you are in the next team fight. In the next spot, we have the Mirror Blade Jing. Also one of my favorites. Jing is a strong jungler with a huge area ultimate. Also, she can dish out a hell lot of damage in the late games. If she is built with full burst, she can even one-shot the squishies with only just 2 abilities. She has healing, damage reduction and high burst. What else do you need for a jungler? In the late games, her damage output is a bit low, but it is completely opposite in the late game, guys. If you are gonna master her basic assassination combo, then she's easy peasy. But if you want to make use of her ultimate efficiently, then you need to do a little more research and practice on her, but it will be worth it, guys, I'm assuring you. She also has the capability to even one-shot some of the clash laners too. If you wanna learn how to play Jing like a pro, then that is a perfect video for you guys. I have given the link in the description. Do check it out. The next spot is captured by Ukiyo Tachibana, the Katana Master, who looks kind of a bot, but seriously guys, believe in me, he is one of the strongest and most irritating jungler I know. With his skill 1, his mobility is good. With his skill 2, his crowd control is good. With his ultimate, his lifesteal is good. And all these abilities deal a lot of damage. So easy reaching backlanes and one-shotting the squishies. Also, the cooldown of his abilities are decently low. He can spam his abilities to clear the jungle as quick as possible, and you can use them with no care in the world. Also, his abilities are good in dealing high area damage, so he is good in team fights as well as in duel. Also, he is one of the heroes with a decent long range in his class. He is a balanced hero, so he can do a lot from the early to the late game, but as usual, late game is not good for jungler's health. So if you have a gold lead in the early game, just try to end without wasting any time. Now, opening up the top 5 spots, the hot goodies you have been waiting for. Coming at the next spot, we have Musashi. He is a great person. So Musashi has some weird set of abilities so that he is considered as counters for most of the heroes, who is based on lifesteal and HP regeneration. So the ability which has this blessing is his ultimate, which is great crowd control ability, and it cancels the HP restoration of the enemy's spot hit for some time. Pretty cool, right? He also has some more stuff under his pants. I mean, some good stuff. His skill 1 will just look like a normal ability, just a wave, but it has the ability to cut through the projectile abilities and cancel them. His skill 2 is a dash, which can help you reach the enemies in distance. Also, his abilities enhances his auto attacks upon stacks. So now you get it, right, why he is in this list. At the next prestigious spot, we have the hero Zilong. He is a strong hero with pretty easy to learn mechanics, with a wide range ultimate, which is a great crowd control ability and with a decent damage. I have tried him for some time now, and let me tell you this, guys, he is a good counter for most of the junglers or hunters in the game. His skill 1 is for his mobility and will also enhance his next auto attack to deal a bit more damage and in a circular area. His skill 2 will help him to deal sustained damage and as lifesteal. As usual, all he needs to be as a jungler is there. Even if you build him squishy, he will still be hard to kill as his damage reduction increases with his health decreases. Also, he will get some additional buffs too, and he can still deal a ton of damage. So for a squishy burst build, it is the basic thing, right? So yeah. On to the next spot, we have Kaiser, who is quite a strong jungler with a lot of buffs which he can get from his abilities. Let me explain. His skill 1 will throw a blade which bounces onto the enemies, dealing damage and reducing their movement speed, and then it returns to him and increases his own movement speed and attack speed. His skill 2 is a combo ability which will stun and damage the enemies. Also, it enhances his next normal attack. His ultimate is the most important part, guys. His ultimate grants him additional health, physical attack, movement speed, damage, block, more like a damage reduction, but in actual values instead of percentage, and deals additional area magic damage continuously for 8 seconds. What else do you need? If you build him tanky, he can still deal a decent amount of damage with all his buffs and can sustain for a long time. Still, in burst damage build, he's hard to kill. Try him out and you won't get disappointed. At the next high spot, we have Nakaruru, who is yet another SNK hero. She is one of the heroes who can deal high percentage damage for a single target. Not only that, she can deal a decent amount of area damage too with her ultimate. She can deal additional high damage to the heroes who are marked by her skill 1, and her skill 2 will come in handy to chase and retreat when necessary, with a little bit of lifesteal. She is one of the junglers with high mobility, so it is very easy for her to farm as quick as possible, and you can just try to end the match as soon as possible. Also, with her skills, it is easy to invade and get out of there quickly. Her abilities have a comparatively low cooldown, so she can spam her abilities simultaneously and dish out tons of damage, even for the tanky heroes. Before revealing the top 1 spot, let us take a look on the honorable mentions. Liba is also one of the strongest jungler with high mobility and damage, also with some invincibility skills. Also, he has crowd control too, but he is quite hard to play. Luna is also one of the strongest and hardest to play jungler, but if you practice her and learn to use the environment around her, then you can master her with ease. Make sure to use your ultimate perfectly because it's the most crucial ability for her. The next honorable mention is Butterfly, one of the easiest to play jungler with a lot of damage even from the early games. And we have Cyrus, the best one-shot early game jungler until the last rework. After that, he became more powerful and can actually contribute the team in the late games. His ultimate is a great crowd control skill, best for picking the enemies and throwing into our teammate's side. Also with the most strongest passive of flying over the obstacles. Agudo is a special kind of support type jungler who can help you teammates with a lot of buffs, and also one of her passive allows her to clear the jungle as quick as possible, so she is so strong, guys. And now at the top spot, I know most of you already guessed by now, so I don't need to explain, right? So then thank you for watching and see you all. Okay, just kidding, guys. The first spot in our list goes to Lamb the Shark, one of the most feared and banned heroes in the ranked matches even after the recent nerf he has gone through. His skill 2 is the ability which makes him most feared. So his skill 2 is an area damage ability which also enhances his auto attacks, which can restore his health a lot when he spams his normal attacks. Then his ultimate is a great crowd control ability which is mostly used to gather the enemies at one point for combo convenience, and his skill 1 simply transforms him into a shark and back to normal, dealing a little bit of damage. He is mostly built tanky which has high lifesteal. Also he is built with burst damage, can one shot their squishies and still can sustain. So that's all. And here's a tip, all these junglers that I have mentioned above can be countered by the common heroes Liang and Dongguang. That's the end of the list, friends, and I hope you enjoyed and found this video helpful. So this list is completely my personal opinion, and if you want to share your thoughts, feel free to comment below, which can help others too. I have worked a little hard to do the comparison and made all the clips in the higher leagues even though I am a noob. So consider giving a like to support me, guys, and it would make me happy. And if you want more, then subscribe to the channel as well. So thank you for watching. So see you all, friends, in the next video. Until then, bye bye and have a great day. This is Seronix signing off.